Hello, everybody. My name is Jerry Wallace. Welcome back to the channel. Lots of stuff happening behind the scenes, but first we are going to. We didn't celebrate 50 episodes last time. We're at 50 episodes, everybody. Oh, I hope it gets indicated soon. Thank you for joining us today. This is being streamed on YouTube and Twitch because I need my Twitch numbers up, even though I don't really care. Anyway, we're just gonna get into it here. Our first guest, the longest reigning SVBW Valor champion, Mr. Logan Price. Logan, how are you?
I'm pretty damn good. My boy won the 2021 Royal Rumble last night. Hail to the yeah. Woo!
Okay, and we will get into that. Our second guest today, probably the best talker in any wrestling company I've seen, probably ever. He hasn't taught me how to cut promos, but he did teach the other guests how to do it, and he does it very well. I would like to introduce to you Mr. E. Woo by God T. How are you, buddy?
What's up, Jerry?
Not a thing. Oh, here, let me get a thing.
What's up, brother? You doing all right, man?
I'm doing all right. Definitely go check out ET's podcast. He is the host of the ET Considers Everything podcast. I think we lost him, though. Oh, there we go. Now he's back. We're bringing Logan back into. Why not? Have us a three-way, boys.
God dang it, no. No.
Yes. Yes.
Pause.
Yes.
Pause.
Yes. Pause.
What? Pause.
What?
Logan.
What?
Pause.
That will never not be funny, dude.
Jesus. Seth Rollins.
Ooh, Seth Rollins. All right.
There you go. Seth Rollins.
So we do have some very sad news today. I know we're just having a lot of fun, but we actually have some sad news to start off today. A former star, one of the stars of Saved by the Bell, Mr. Dustin Diamond, who played Screech on Saved by the Bell, passed away earlier today, from cancer. He was 44. That really brought it down. I'm sorry. I had to. It's a news show. Upsetting.
Gone way too soon. No doubt.
Very true. Yeah. I'm not really sure how to get back into the fun shit, but wow. I don't know why. I don't know why you guys let me talk.
I don't know why you just don't do this at the beginning.
I don't know.
Before bringing us in here.
I know I should, but I don't.
You should lead with that.
yeah, probably. Yeah, but then we would have had all the fun we just had. Oh my god, that's everything's awful. Looking it up. Jesus.
I'm pretty excited to review this.
Yeah.
Oh hell
Absolutely.
Yeah!
Oh my
Progress
gosh.
on my promo.
So many. There's so many. Okay. Whew. Okay, so I did not watch the pre-show. I actually got home pretty late. The other night I came in like the tail end of the men's Royal Rumble match. So I did not see the pre-show matches or the pre-show match.
Like
Um,
what number entrant was coming out when you were getting in?
I believe it was around 22.
So you got the pop for Christian?
I did, yeah.
Hell yeah, because we all popped for
Hi, Kitty.
Christian.
Well, of course.
Hey, babe.
Oh yeah. This time he says hi to
Absolutely.
you. But that last time, nope.
Hi.
Just completely glazed over. I'm a heel in real life too. I want everyone to know that.
Like, okay, so if I can tell you anything about how much adrenaline we all had for the Rumble, we were all at Hunter's house, okay?
Mhm.
It was the Women's Royal Rumble. Jillian Hall came out in the Women's Rumble, and we popped.
I popped too. I gotta be honest.
Jillian.
Yeah.
Bruh. I was like,
For the record,
what is this?
I didn't pop.
of
I
course,
did not pop.
of course you didn't pop. Of course,
For the
record.
you wouldn't pop.
I looked at Mikey, and I was like, Mikey, did we just
It was
pop for
crazy.
Jillian Hall? He goes, what has the world come to? We just got excited over Jillian Hall.
Yeah, I did too.
I was
Weird.
like, what?
It was a very weird show. I'll tell you what.
It was really good, though.
Changing shirts on stream because that's
It
how
was
I
one of-
roll.
It was one of the better
biggest
pay-per-views
reaction
they've
of the
done.
night, though.
I'm gonna guess it was when Edge won.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've
Like,
said
come
that
on.
throughout the day today.
But we're gonna start off with me changing shirts. And then we're gonna get into reviewing this Rumble pay-per-view. Why am I changing shirts? It's none of your business. That's why. Okay?
I know why you're changing shirts.
I'm very self-conscious, okay? I'm sorry.
I would have my Edge t-shirt on right now, but it's dirty, and it's in the dirty clothes pile.
This is Rollins.
Jesus.
Always. All right. So Logan, I'm going to assume you guys watched the pre-show.
Unfortunately, we watched the pre-show.
Okay, so Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler versus Asuka and Charlotte Flair. Do you want to take us through that match?
No, but okay, I will.
No. Okay.
No,
but okay, I will.
Breaking news. I just got confirmation from Hunter. Damian Priest just debuted on Raw.
Yes. So I'm talking about, baby. Yeah. Gotta love Punishment Martinez.
We'll get to that in a little bit. But first, I'm going to review this women's tag team title match, even though I don't want to, but I'm going to. Okay. It was decent. It wasn't the best performance that I've seen from these athletes. I mean, I've never seen a good performance from Nia Jax ever, but that's beside the point. But I'm biased because I don't like Nia Jax.
You like anybody? You don't like anybody.
Yeah, Edge.
Edge, that's it. It's only Edge.
Seth Rollins, Jeff Hardy.
Rollins, like no joke, is my spirit animal. So.
No, it was a decently paced match. It had its peaks, then it had its really lows. One of those lows being Lacey Evans interrupting the match. Like, I get it's part of the storyline, but they could have saved that for the Rumble match. I don't think. I mean, yes, in a way, it was necessary for the tag titles match because she cost them the tag titles. But in a way, that I think it should have been like Lacey and Rick cost Charlotte the Rumble. That would have made a whole lot much more sense. Because the Rumble is more of a bigger achievement than the women's tag titles.
So Logan, what was your favorite part of that match?
Really?
Yeah. I tell me what your favorite part of that match was.
When it ended.
Yeah. ET. What do you remember about the match? What's your favorite part of that match? When it stopped.
Well, I'm with Logan. I thought the match was yeah. I thought the match was solidly booked. With the exception of Ric Flair and Lacey, save that for the Rumble. There's no need for that. As far as the result, wasn't surprised by it. Shayna and I, better option in my opinion. As much as it pains me to say it, but they're the better option than Asuka and Charlotte at this point. Asuka and Charlotte can, free themselves up and maybe fight for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania or something like that and go from there with it. But I thought the match was really solidly booked and, Shayna and I, not the best, but, hey, they're our champions again. Woohoo!
Woo! E.T., what was your favorite part of the match? You can't say what it ended because that's Logan's. You gotta think it's something new.
Well, my favorite part of the match was when Charlotte had Shayna in the figure eight and looked like she was going to get the submission, but then the distraction happened from Lacey, and then she hit Charlotte in the head. So that was probably my favorite part of the match. It wasn't the ending, it wasn't the pin, but it was close to it. So there you go.
Yeah, the brass knucks was a nice touch. I will give them that.
What would you rate the match, Logan?
2.
E.T., what would you rate the match?
2. Damn. Harsh.
Yeah, out of 10?
I give it a 4.
A 4 out of 10?
I'm more fair. I'll give it a 4.
I was going out of 5.
2 times 2 is 4.
Oh, no. We go out of 10 on the show. We go out of 10
Okay, if we're going out of 10, it is a 4. But if we're going out of 5, it's a 2.
We always go out of 10. To show Dave Meltzer.
Thank you. We agree.
That if you want to go over 5, you should make it 10. I got so mad every time he break his own rating scale. Then just do it out of 10. Just do it out of 10. How hard is that? It pisses me off.
And his rating scales, they make me mad anyway, because there will be some really, really good matches that he doesn't even give a good rating to.
Sure.
Like Edge versus Randy Orton from Backlash last year. He didn't even rate the match because it was cinematic.
You can still rate the match.
Exactly. That match was clearly 5 stars.
Well, Undertaker and AJ Styles was cinematic, and I'm sure he rated that one. So I don't think he what's the difference?
Jared, can you see if he rated it real fast?
Yeah,
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he didn't rate it, but if he did, I'm going to be mad because he didn't rate Edge versus Orton.
Let's see here. Well, Dave Meltzer rated none of those matches from WrestleMania 36.
Of course he didn't.
He said, anyway, rating empty arena taped and heavily edited matches, let alone produced movies as pro wrestling matches, is ridiculous. Pro wrestling matches don't have the benefit of reshooting moves, having cuts and filming and redoing things that don't look good. Special effects after the fact, taking out slow spots, granted they for whatever reason should have, but failed to do that with Orton versus Edge. It's both unfair to wrestlers in certain matches because some of those bouts with the crowd would have been great. It's unfair to the guys who are rated based on one take pro wrestling and their ability to do their moves and and tell their stories and feed off reactions. To compare what they do to produce skits with cuts and multiple takes, or matches with 2 weeks of being able to edit anything negative out of. There were matches that were stopped and reshot after moves were missed. So, no, he did not.
I still call bullshit.
I was called bullshit.
Hmm.
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Yeah.
All I got to say. Okay, hold on. Let's stop the show for a second, okay? Because I understand ET doesn't, he doesn't have the same animosity towards Meltzer that I think me and you do. If anyone takes him like 100% seriously, because I know ET doesn't. If anyone takes him 100% seriously, I think there's a real problem. I understand. I mean, we do this. This is just for fun for us.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's subjective. Just because he doesn't like something doesn't mean it's objectively bad. It just means that he didn't like it.
Yeah, just because he doesn't like something doesn't mean that we don't have to like it.
Right, exactly. And I understand.
I thought WrestleMania 36 was good.
I thought it was too. It's like one of my favorite WrestleManias after 31 because Seth Rollins and everything. But I understand listening to him talk on his radio show with Brian Alvarez and kind of understanding his thinking, but to take him 100% seriously and at face value for everything that he does, I think is a little silly because that's like me going off 100% of what Bruce Pritchard says on his podcast. Yeah, I like Bruce Pritchard. I understand where he's coming from, but some of the things he doesn't like, I like. So, it's just completely subjective. And
same way. That goes the same for Jim Cornette as well.
True. Yeah. I don't know. It's some people take it a little too far with Meltzer and Cornette and even Pritchard at times too. And it's like, seriously, come on now. You know what I mean? I have to get it off of my chest. Seven.
Yep.
All right, back to the review.
Sorry, I keep going. I keep going off script, man. Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg. I will go first for this because I feel like Logan already has some issues with this, so he might go last.
Go first on this one.
Okay, all right. You know what? ET, go ahead. Go ahead. Logan's still going to be last.
You know what? For all the, rough statements that we had on Goldberg leading up to this match, I thought Goldberg, the performance he put in for the 5-minute and change match that it was, I thought it was really well put together by both Drew and Goldberg. I thought the match was perfect just the way it was. It showcased both men hitting their powerful moves and doing what they needed to do to ultimately get the job done. Goldberg thought he had it after he hit the jackhammer on Drew. Drew kicked out. Likewise, Drew thought he had it after he hit the Claymore on Goldberg. Goldberg kicked out. It took multiple finishers for Drew to beat Goldberg, and that's what happened here. It would have been the same result either way if Goldberg would have done the same to Drew before Drew done the same to Goldberg. Drew done it to Goldberg, thus Drew remains WWE champion. I will have to say at the end of this, we all marked for this too. We were all in relief that Drew McIntyre retained the WWE championship at Hunter's house. And it was a very solid match for the short match that it was. And I'll say that.
I agree. I think I enjoyed it more because it was kind of like, well, are they gonna have McIntyre win, keep his title, or are they gonna have Goldberg and have a rematch at WrestleMania? But I was on, just like Vince wanted. I was on the edge of my seat. I was so worried about him losing his title to a 65-year-old man. That would be the average, or what he said. It'd be like wrestling his dad or something. And I will say it was a pretty solid match. Yes, sir.
Ready for my hot take?
Is it gonna be a hot take or is it gonna be a shoot promo, brother?
No, it's not gonna be a shoot promo.
All right. Go ahead.
First things first. I want to talk. Okay, so first things first. I want to talk about before the bell rung, the stare down, and then the headbutt by McIntyre, and then McIntyre hits a spear. Can we talk about how beautifully executed that spear was by McIntyre? That.
Well, watching that, I didn't think that was a very good spear.
It was a decent spear.
For someone who doesn't do the spear, it was a decent spear. But I think he could have did it a little better. Roman Reigns wraps around the guy when he spears them. I feel like he could have done that. I don't know why, but when you wrap around somebody when you do the spear, it feels like it's more impactful. It looked more impactful that way. That's the only criticism I have.
Yeah, I'll agree, but like you said, it was a great spear for someone who doesn't.
I said it was decent. I said it was decent. I didn't say great. I said it was decent.
I'm saying it was great.
Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm saying it.
I honestly think it was a fantastic spot to open the match with because it's a great bit of storytelling in and of itself. A lot of people think, that's what Goldberg's known for. Drew hitting the spear shows a different side of himself. And yeah, it might not have been the greatest spear in the world, but it still tells the story nonetheless. Like, oh, Drew's shooting on Goldberg here. This is interesting. That's kind of the way I took it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with that.
But the match, when the bell rung, the match itself, was suspenseful. It had, like you said, I was on the edge of my seat, and there was one point where Goldberg hit the spear, and I guess it was the way that it was the jackhammer. When Goldberg hit the jackhammer, the way that he landed on top of McIntyre after it looked really rough, and when the count was coming down, my heart sunk, and I was like, "Oh God, I'm gonna be sick." And then McIntyre kicked out. The weight came off of my shoulders, and I was so relieved. And then that final Claymore into the coffin for the match. It like ET said, beautiful storytelling, and Goldberg actually looked really, really decent in that match. Better than he usually worked. He actually got McIntyre up for the jackhammer, which I'm praising Goldberg for that. At least he didn't almost brainbuster somebody.
Yeah.
But yes, we all popped at Hunter's place when McIntyre got the 3 count because I thought for sure Goldberg was about to kick out.
I'll tell you this, man. My grandma had a louder pop than I did when he won. She does not. She doesn't like Goldberg either. So she doesn't.
Nice.
She hates him. She was. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be so mad. And she's like, so am I. And I'm like, what? So funny.
All right.
It's crazy wrestling can do something like that.
Right? That's what I'm talking about. E.T., what would you rate the match? Not 10.
Out of 10, I'm going to give it a solid 7. I'll give it a 7. I'll be kind to it.
I'm going to be a little unprecedented here. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Logan.
I'll give it, for what it's worth, I'll get a solid 7.5. Just for the fact that it had me on the edge of my seat and I felt like I was going to be sick. Well done, Vince. I will say that. Well done, Vince, for the nice swerve.
Next match, Sasha Banks versus Carmella with Reginald.
Can I go first again?
Sure, because I actually want to shoot on this match. So go ahead, you can go first, Logan.
Okay, so I just want to bring up the fact I just want to bring up the fact that Bob's son was there with us, and he hates Carmella.
What?
with a passion.
Oh my god!
He was cussing her so bad. Bob was sitting there in the chair with the beer in his hand.
It was hilarious. It was so good.
Carmella is so hot, and then his son Brian just goes, "No, she's not." It was so funny. Like, he was getting so into the match. He was more into that match than any match on the card, just because he hates Carmella so much. It was so freaking hilarious. Okay, but the match itself, I actually enjoyed this women's title match. For what it's worth, I'm really happy that they didn't have Carmella win, because Sasha deserves a long title reign. She's been shit on so much in the past, and I'm glad she won. The match didn't have anything that really stood out for me, though, but I did enjoy it for what it was worth. And that's really all I can say about the match.
E.T., you can go next.
All right. As I've told y'all before, Sasha Banks is probably my current favorite female wrestler that's on the WWE roster, maybe even in professional wrestling, period. I thought her performance in this match was very solid. I loved her ring gear last night, too. I thought it was something different from her. It wasn't her usual style. It was out of the ordinary, but I liked it a lot. I thought it looked really good on her. Carmella's ring gear looked great on her too, obviously. But the match itself, I thought it was a really good back and forth match that had its ebbs and flows in it. Carmella would hit her super kicks, and you would think, "Oh God, here we go. We're going to have a new champion." And then at one point, Sasha had the bank statement in, and Carmella got out of it. And Carmella would have her code of silence submission in, and Sasha would do a great reversal there, and then at the end of the match, Sasha would have the bank statement and Carmella would submit. Thought the match was good. Carmella has improved so much in the ring throughout the last year or two. And I thought she is continuing to build herself up very strongly. And, whether she wants to remain a heel or a babyface, time will tell. I think she's thriving in the heel role, honestly. But, somebody I do know made a great point this morning to me. And, I'll just leave it at that. But great match between Sasha and Carmella. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Y'all ready for this one?
Yep.
I honestly didn't know Carmella was a heel. Be quite honest with you. Match started, and she did a lot of the heel things. And then she got booed, and I'm like, what? Knowing Sasha Banks is like the biggest heel in the company ever. Even when she's face, kind of like Logan. Even when she's face, she's still a heel.
Accurate.
So I'm like, it blew my mind that Carmella was getting booed and Sasha was getting cheered. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this is just weird. And I gotta be honest, I didn't like Sasha's gear. I thought the color was all wrong. Awful. I don't even know what to say any more than that. Like, brown just is not her color, and that's upsetting. But she had blue hair. She just went with the blue. I don't know. Carmella's gear was all right, I guess. It had like strings like a thong. It didn't really make any sense. Whatever.
Thong.
Yeah, whatever. That's up to her. Whatever. Reginald, I thought was a good addition to the match. To be there, moral support. It's kind of weird to hear Corey Graves on commentary talk about his own girlfriend. I don't know. That was kind of weird. Trying to act like they're not together, even though when everyone knows they are. It didn't make any sense to me. I don't get it.
You ain't fooling nobody. We watch Total Divas.
That's right. I listen to the podcast. The thing I really didn't understand is he said something about Reginald picking out the colored bedroom. I don't know. It was a really kind of off color comment.
I didn't catch that comment, but
didn't catch that comment.
I'm kind of upset that I did.
Yeah, because he's like, God, what the fuck was the comment now? He said that Reginald was either way, because this is like right after Sasha won. He's like, well, either way, Reginald's gonna pick out the bedroom they're gonna celebrate or celebrate in or whatever. It was really kind of odd. I'm like, why would you say that? Logan, what would you rate the match? I liked it. I just want to say I did enjoy the match.
I'll give it a solid 5.
Right.
I give it a solid 5.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really well done. But
you ready for this one?
A 10?
A 10. That's right. A 10.
10.
A 10.
Okay. Jared, I don't understand you.
You don't have to.
You just shit so hard on that match.
You don't have to.
And then you gave it a 10?
Gave it a 10.
Okay. I'm not arguing.
I gave it a 10.
I'm not arguing.
For me. Jesus.
I'm not arguing.
God. Some people. 10.
That's wrong.
There's that wrong. Next up, the 30-woman Royal Rumble match. I will start this one off since I haven't got to start yet. Why did Jillian Hall come back? Why? Was she even a wrestler in the Ruthless Aggression era? I don't get it. I don't understand why she was so important.
Okay, Jared. Out of all the things you start out reviewing this match with, that's what you choose to start out with?
Yeah. Why was she in the Rumble match? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me.
For the nostalgia, I'm guessing.
But she wasn't even a wrestler.
But nobody wanted to see her back then, and we didn't want to see her now.
The only thing she's known for is Boogeyman eating that growth off her face. That's it.
Accurate.
Eating so true.
I did enjoy the Billie Kay storyline going through there at first. She didn't want to get in the ring. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna wait. Shayna punching her headshot
right at the doorway. You can go.
That was that was pretty fun. Shotzi shooting that missile thing at her was pretty funny.
And hitting Billie Kay in the head.
Yeah. I really like Corey Graves' comment. Actually,
that was fantastic.
I think it was Graves. Was it? It could have been King. I don't know. Anyway, whoever was on commentary for that match, they're like, "Oh no, she actually went to hit Byron and she missed." I love this shit on Byron. That's so funny. We got a little Iconics reunion. That was fun. The Riot Squad turning on Billie Kay was interesting. Ultimately, though, the wrong person won. It should have been Rhea Ripley. I don't know why it wasn't. I don't like Bianca Belair. I kind of hope she goes back to NXT and never ever shows her face on the main roster ever again. I kind of hope when her contract expires, they don't resign her, and she just falls off the face of the earth, just leaves forever. There you go, Logan. You follow that.
Okay, I'm going to talk about something you didn't talk about. The return of the Black Widow, Victoria. I
didn't watch many Victoria matches. I don't really know.
My God, Mikey, I will tell you, as a fan, I have never seen Mikey pop harder for a female wrestler that was unexpected to appear in a Royal Rumble than he did for Victoria. EP can tell you. Hunter, Mikey, well, okay, I popped too, but Hunter, Mikey, and Mercer mostly popped for Victoria.
Oh, I'm sorry. Logan. I don't mean to interrupt you. Do you remember the singer that made the Nene song?
Yeah.
It's pretty popular. Yeah. He just got arrested for murdering his cousin. I'm just going through Instagram and Double XL has this. Silento arrested for murdering his cousin.
Well, shit.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. That is just so out of the blue. I kind of hope he stays in prison forever now. That's awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Back to the. I don't know why you do this to me, Jared.
I'm sorry. But I had to talk about it.
Right. There was some really good spots in the women's Rumble match that I really enjoyed. Like Victoria coming in and wrecking everybody.
Sure.
That was cool.
Jillian Hall coming back for no reason. Yeah.
Jillian Hall is actually pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie; she had some decent moves
But she's not a wrestler, Logan.
for a non-wrestler. He did decent moves.
Oh my god, this whole thing is just going off the rails.
It's good to see Tori Wilson, as always.
Oh yeah, huge. I'm sorry, huge botch fest. Tori Wilson. Yeah, I forgot about her.
I said
Looking good as
C.
ever.
I said C. Tori Wilson.
Looking good as ever.
I forgot about.
Well, I said looking good as ever. What I meant.
I forgot.
Dumbass.
I forgot. I forgot. I forgot when we got near the end of the thing. I forgot Natalia was number 30. But once they reminded us that Natalia was number 30, we were trying to figure out who was going to be 27, 28, and 29 and stuff like that. And Jay feels like, okay, 29 is going to be Becky. Here comes Becky. Becky's going to come back. And me and him were confident. And then when I realized that everybody was in the ring except one person that was confirmed from the Royal Rumble, I immediately was pissed off. Because number 29 was Nia Jax.
Yep.
I was like, we forgot about Nia. So we're not getting Becky. And then I got my hopes up again because then they started beating up Natalia. And then I was like, okay, just leave her laying there. Becky's going to come out or somebody else is going to come out and take Natalia's spot. And then, nope, they threw her in the ring. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yep.
Why?
Because Natalia sucks. I don't know.
Honestly, my pick won the Women's Royal Rumble. Bianca Belair, the one that I picked to win the Rumble won. But when who worked for it harder in that match was Rhea, and I was kind of disappointed that Rhea lost.
Me too.
But I like Bianca, and good for her that she won the Rumble, but the wrong woman won.
True.
But
should have been Alexa.
I did win that. Okay, let's talk about that since you brought it up.
Okay.
The fact that she was going to change into whatever they want to call her, Playhouse Alexa or Playground Alexa, whatever it is. Yeah. She was in mid-change, and then Rhea just dumps her over the rope.
Yep.
And we don't see Alexa for the rest of the night.
Yeah, that's kind of awful.
Like, unless that's building towards something between Alexa and Rhea, what was the point of even teasing the transition?
Firefly Funhouse match on Rhea Ripley.
Oh my God, Phillips will die. That's his mommy.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
But like if it's not building towards anything, then why have that happen? Because anybody else could have easily thrown Alexa over the rope when she was doing that, but it was Rhea.
Yeah. Well, then that means that something has to be building, right?
Yep, something's got to be building because why try to transition her into her fiendish character and then have Rhea dump her over, knowing how strong her fiendish character is.
Yeah.
That's my review on the Women's Rumble. Like I said, there was a lot of good spots in the Rumble match, and I really, this is probably one of the better Women's Rumble matches. I was really invested in this Rumble match. Also, I just want to say this for the record. Nobody was happier than ET when Charlotte didn't win.
Well, I want to get involved in the conversation now. Here.
Of course. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you go. I'm done.
It's a long-winded talker.
Yeah. I want to get involved in the conversation here, and I might be in the minority opinion of this, but in a way, and Logan's probably going to hate me for saying this, I'm glad Rhea Ripley did dump Alexa Bliss mid-transition. Get her out of the match.
Well, now I'm hot.
That bullshit does not belong in a Royal Rumble. Period. Might be a hot take, but it's a damn fact, in my opinion. On Raw, sure, you can do that. Other pay-per-views, absolutely. In a Royal Rumble match, hell no. Unless you're Mick Foley and you go back to the back and change and you reappear 3 different times, that's the only time it's allowed. Don't do it during the middle of a Royal Rumble match. I'm sorry, you just don't. And I know Mercer loves the Fiend. I know he loves the Fiend. He's going to hate me for this. And that's fine. I'm glad that Alexa was dumped out of the ring mid-transition. And I'm glad the Fiend was not in the Royal Rumble match last night. Have him do something else at WrestleMania. He's good enough on his own to not be a world champion or a Royal Rumble winner. So there you go. There's my tangent on Alexa Bliss and the Fiend. I've been keeping that inside of me for a long time. And I finally needed to let it out.
Yeah, in a way, I agree with you. The Fiendish thing shouldn't have went down in the Rumble. In a way, I agree on that part. But if they were going to execute the transition, they should have just went ahead and pulled the full effect on it, and then have everybody gang up on Alexa and dump her over. But I'm interested to hear Jared's response to that.
Mullins to
Oh God, he's gonna read from the black. Jesus, I'm leaving. Seth Rollins.
Oh, just kidding, kind of. I have to respectfully disagree with ET over here. I thought that would have been a very interesting placing of that transition. I feel like it could have been done very well. That's all I have to say about it. Where'd Logan go? Logan.
He ran away.
I see that. Eric, what's your rating for the match overall?
Women's Royal Rumble match. I'm not going to say it was perfect, simply because Jillian Hall's in it. So there you go. But I will say it was as close to perfect as you get. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I thought it was that good.
I'm going to have to agree with Eric here. A 9.5. I'm going to give it a 9.5. It would have gotten a 10. But like I said,
Hall wasn't in it.
No. Well, kinda. But no, I'm giving it a 9.5 because Rhea didn't win. She worked her ass off in that match.
Even though
Bianca, don't get me wrong, Bianca did work hard in that match as well. But I think Rhea showed up Bianca in that match. Rhea, like I said, Rhea should have won. That's why I gave it a 9.5.
I'm going to disagree, respectfully, of course. I'm going to give it a ×2.
You're going to give it a 10.
A 10.
10?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
A 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could have gotten an 11 if Jillian Hall wasn't in it, but yeah, that's on them. Okay, that's on them.
There you go.
But yeah, the Women's Royal Rumble was really good this year.
I would say it's probably the best one.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah, it was really good, despite having them not having their usual like big stars in it.
Oh shit! You know what, dude? You know what we didn't mention? There was a goddamn title change in the middle of the match.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Alicia Fox rolled up R-Truth to win the 24/7 championship.
Dude!
Yeah.
How crazy was that?
I thought that was awesome. I loved it.
Bro, that really put the icing on the cake, if you ask me. I forgot about that. Bro,
hilarious.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me about that. That was amazing. Like the fact that they had Alicia Fox roll up R-Truth in the middle of the Royal Rumble, it was just perfect. It was perfectly executed, and they had the right person do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true. And then he lost it to Peter Rosenberg.
God, let's not talk about that. JBL
come on.
couldn't have said it any better. JBL couldn't have said it any better. He said this might be one of the worst pay-per-views in history.
In wrestling history.
But a fun fact. R-Truth did win it back today on the Michael K show on the Yes Network over Peter Rosenberg. He got it back. 49 time, baby.
Jesus.
Bruh.
What a man.
Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens in a last man standing match. Who would like to go first on this match?
I volunteer ET.
You volunteer ET? All right. Okay. Well, ET got volunteer. Here we go.
Of course you want to volunteer. Well, let's just say by the end of this match, Jared, the beers were flowing hard and heavy for you boy over here. Pretty upset at the end of this match. But I knew it was going to happen. I mean, I had my hopes up that Kevin Owens was going to win this title. And, you know, he looked great. They gave you every reason to believe it was going to happen. A senton from the top of a excavator and, through two tables and a pop-up powerbomb on the apron and through tables. Backstage fighting at the baseball stadium portion of the field with the other ring. This match had everything, and I thought this match was, besides the two Rumble matches, it really stole the show for me. It kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Logan can tell you. I was over there with the Stun Owens Stun shirt on and cheering on my boy so hard in this match. And I thought, they had handcuffs there towards the end of the match. And I said, all right, they're going to handcuff Roman. And, of course, he did get handcuffed. And the referee stops the count at 5 all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Because they can't unhinge Roman from the freaking scaffolding there of the ring. Or of the stage, excuse me. And
and then he abuses a ref.
Motherfucker, they're gonna let that piece of shit retain his title. Mm-hmm. Yeah, gonna let that piece of shit retain his title and have every single way to win it. And then, of course, Roman Reigns wins. LOL. That's the new one. Instead of John Cena wins. LOL. It's Roman Reigns wins. LOL. But for everything that it's worth, Kevin Owens fought his ass off and has fought his ass off for the last month in this program with Roman Reigns, and I've absolutely loved every minute of it. You cannot sit here and tell me after these last 3 matches that Roman and KO has had between the TLC match, the steel cage, and the last man standing, that Kevin Owens isn't a main event player. He is in every single sense of the word. He's the right talker. He's the right kind of athlete. He's the average looking guy. He looks like one of us, to be honest. Let's just face it. He looks like one of us. But at the end of the day, he is way more athletic than any of us could ever be. And that's just stating a fact.
You can't say that and be more correct.
Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens had a fantastic Universal title match, and Roman retains, and that's all I'm going to say. But I love the match, except the result. Beer was flowing by the end. There you go.
Logan, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. This was actually one of my favorite Universal title matches since the Universal title has been in effect. You just let me go. Go ahead.
Better than the steel cage match they had on SmackDown?
It's about the same.
About the same? Oh, shit.
Let me finish my review. Let me finish the review.
I just had to answer that question.
Yeah. This match had me suspensed. I was really into this match. I was digging everything that they were doing, the chemistry that they have. What was it? The pop-up power bomb onto the announce table. Yeah, that was pretty damn good.
That was
then when he did the swanton off of the forklift, that was insane. That was a swanton bomb that Jeff Hardy would be proud of. And I said that last night, and I'm saying it again. Jeff Hardy better gave that man props for that swanton bomb. Kevin Owens was thinking, indeed, at that moment, what would Jeff Hardy do?
That's right.
Another spot that ET didn't bring up that really scared the shit out of me was when Kevin Owens got hit with the golf cart. I was like, oh my God.
Damn.
Oh, that was better than AEW's golf cart spot. Kevin Owens showed Sammy Guevara how to take a golf cart bump.
Yeah, right in the windshield.
Dude, yes, he did. Okay, my mom said to come here. But other way than that, the match was fantastic. I was okay with either way that match went. But my mom said for me to come here. I'll be right back. So it's your turn, Jared.
Most of the match you guys forgot to bring up was when they went into the Thunderdome, climbing over the LED panels with all the fans on it. I was hoping somebody would have got speared off of that into the tables, but I mean, Kevin Owens is thrown down there, but it just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. I liked when Roman speared KO through the LED stage, and right at 9, Kevin Owens rolled off onto his feet and beat the count. I thought that was pretty funny.
That was a great spot.
Roman Reigns is just looking over and he's like, it was a good spot. Wrong Man won, but that just continues the story, and I'm hoping KO versus Roman Reigns with some interference from Jey Uso at WrestleMania 37. Hold on. ET, what do you rate the Kevin Owens Roman Reigns match?
I'm gonna go in your route here. What does that, 5 and 5 equal? 10. This match gets a 10 on the
10.
ET scale. A 10.
You know what?
10.
ET? I'm going to agree with you. I'm also going to go 10.
10.
I'm also going 10. Yeah. That's right.
But you know what, Jared? You brought up the steel cage match earlier. Yeah. I'm with you. I think the steel cage match was better. It was better.
True.
I'll say that while Logan's out of the room. So I'm with you. We agree on something.
That's right. We agree on something. So before Logan gets back, if you guys like this stuff, we actually have an audio form. That's right. We have an audio form on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, and wherever you get podcasts from. So please check out the Weathers Media Podcast Network, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Logan, what would you give? What's the rating of the match you give for Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns?
10 out of 10.
Hey, we all agree. Awesome.
We all agree.
We all agree. Me and ET also gave it a 10 out of 10.
That match give it was a 10.
So good.
It was.
So good.
It was.
It was fantastic.
Last match on the card.
Whoo, I'm ready for this one.
The 30-man Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Who would like to start it out?
Yeah.
Me? Really?
Love it.
You got no, I was kidding. Go ahead.
If you want to start, go ahead.
You look like you have a lot to say, so I'm gonna leave you for last, okay? You have a lot to say.
Okay.
Number 1 and 2, obviously, were Edge and Randy Orton, which is cool and all, but where's the Boogeyman at? How come the Boogeyman doesn't have any matches on WWE? Jillian Hall does, but Boogeyman can't get on a Royal Rumble card. Seems a little off to me. Awful. New Day reunion without Kofi. Cool. No Hornswoggle, no Fit Finlay getting disqualified for using their shillelagh. That was kind of disappointing. Omos, I believe that's how you say his name. Omos. But there's no A in his name. It's just O's. O-M-O-S. How is it Omos?
That's what I'm saying. Why is it Omos? It should be Omos.
It is. That's why it's almost. There's no A in there.
It was almost to start with.
I mean, yeah, it was. It was. Then they changed the pronunciation, but they didn't change the name. I don't know. Almost eliminated a wrestler, 2 wrestlers, Big E and Rey Mysterio from the match, and he wasn't even in the match. How is that legal? Tell me how is that legal?
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit. Does AJ Styles get those eliminations or something?
No.
Unfortunately not.
They probably go to Omo.
Almost. Oh my god, my memory's so bad. Bobby Lashley was in there, I think. Bobby Lashley. I do like So this has nothing to do with the actual match. I do like that they keep showing the Titus World Slide thing from the Greatest Royal Rumble a few years ago. they do him dirty every single year now. Every single year they do him dirty, man. They show that thing like 20 times. Oh my god.
But I know why they keep showing it because it's hilarious.
So funny. But even during that match, they showed it like 10 times. Like, we get it. We saw
Listen,
it. Stop.
so time out from this Rumble review.
Okay.
Going back to that match, I was watching it because I think we got let out of school early or something. I can't remember. No, I got off of work early in time to come home to watch the Greatest Royal Rumble. And I got to that part. I didn't know what happened, but the commentators were just dying on.
Yeah.
I was like, what are they doing? Why are they laughing? They're supposed to be commentating the match. And then they said something about Titus, and I was like, wait, where is Titus? And then they showed the replay, and I swear I laughed for like 10 minutes, and then like they kept showing it, and it was funnier every time. It got funnier every time.
He's a big guy. Like, his shoulders
it was for me
wide.
too. I was like, damn, this is great.
He has a lot of muscles.
So damn good.
That dude disappeared under that ring.
Yes.
It like ate him. It was so weird.
Listen, if they would have had the Tron on the ring at that time, he would have been out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude, like all I heard was Michael Cole and Corey Graves just dying on commentary. They're like, wait, Titus, what then they couldn't even get it out there laughing so hard. And then they showed the replay. I swear it was funny. Oh man. I remember, was it the 2019 Royal Rumble when Titus was coming down to the ring and he stopped himself and then he went under anyway because of Kurt Hawkins?
It was either 18 or 19, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yes, that was it. Yep.
That was pretty funny.
Oh my god,
but
that was hilarious.
Okay, yeah, back to your review of the Rumble. We went so far off track there.
We did. Yeah, we really did.
Damn you, Titus O'Neil.
That's so funny though.
Work.
I thoroughly enjoyed this match. The 2021 Royal Rumble match. It was very fun. But I'm not going to say everything because I'm sure you and ET also want to get some stuff in. So ET, go ahead, my dude. It's all you, buddy. I'll leave Logan till last because he has a lot to say. He's about to explode.
All right, man. Well, this was one of my favorite Royal Rumbles, especially in the last decade, I would say. From 2010 on. I thought that this match had everything that you would want in a Royal Rumble. From Edge being number one, surviving all the way. Randy being number two, feigning a knee injury, going back to the back, coming back out at the end of the match when Edge thought he had won, hitting an RKO. Everybody thinking, oh God, Randy's going to win, and then Edge throws him out anyway to win. Awesome ending. But I think the biggest storyline from this match was definitely the return of Christian. When I seen that happen and him just hug Edge in the middle of that ring, I looked over to Phillips, and I looked at Logan, and I looked at Mikey, and I said, you know what? I said, damn, those are the best friends I'll ever have in the backyard. And, if I could ever have something like that, in my career. That would be a fantastic thing. And that moment was just pure emotion. It was something we had all been wanting to see for a very, very long time. And just the pure emotion on Edge's face when Christian was walking out, that was everything. That was truly everything. You know, when they first started, they wanted to say that Edge and Christian were brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that they're not brothers. They're the very best friends in this world that they have.
They're like brothers.
But in reality, they are brothers. They are brothers. They're from Canada. They are as close to brothers as you can get in real life. And that was by far my favorite moment of the Royal Rumble, was seeing Edge and Christian hug each other and having their run together towards the end. It was fantastic. For Christian to make a Final Four of the Royal Rumble just goes to show you how much they still value him right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree.
There was a lot of star power in that match last night. A lot of great stars.
Yeah.
And we'll see the storylines develop into WrestleMania, but
Cool.
Let's all be honest. The right guy won the match last night. The right guy won.
Yep.
Period. End of story. And I love Daniel Bryan more than anybody would in this world. I thought he was a close second in this. But after Edge's promo on Monday night, I messaged Logan. I said, Logan, that promo right there had everything you would want in a wrestling promo. Take notes from that. Equip that into your game.
Sure.
And that was my guy. I said he's going to win now. I just knew it. I just knew it. But that Royal Rumble was absolutely fantastic and one that I'll never forget.
I agree.
Logan, I know you've got tears in your eyes, brother. Go ahead. It's on you, buddy.
I'm going to let Jared do what he was going to do. He pulled up a video there.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You want me to go ahead, or are you going to wait till after I'm done?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to cry with the video that you pulled up. I don't know. Didn't see it, but if it's what I think it is, I'm going to cry because I'm going to cry during my review right here.
Oh, God.
I'm already.
Yeah. We can. Don't worry. We can hear it. It's all right. You got this. Strong, independent woman.
They revealed on backstage that Randy Orton was starting number 1, and then Edge was starting number 2. But then when the Rumble happened, Edge came out first, and I looked to Mikey. I was like, Mikey, Edge is number 1. And I was like, the only person to win the Royal Rumble, well, the only 2 people to win the Royal Rumble from the spot number 1 is HBK and Chris Benoit. The only 2 people in history to win from that. And nobody's won since 2004 from that spot.
Yeah.
And then Randy came out number 2, and Edge immediately went after him. They brawled outside the ring, and then they got back in, and the bell rung, and then the execution on the table. It's been so long since we've seen an execution. Me and Mikey popped for the execution on the announce table, and then it felt so good knowing the hell that Randy Orton put Edge through last year. It felt so good seeing Edge hit him with that chair. It felt so good.
Yeah.
And then as the match progresses, you see Edge getting triple teamed by everybody because they know that Edge, how he's the emotional favorite. They're like, if we take him out, there's no emotional favorite. But I just want to point out it was all the heels beating up on Edge.
Yeah.
I don't think I really saw a face really beat up Edge in that way. Then Jeff Hardy came out, and I shit you not, I looked at Mikey. I said, Mikey, thank God Jeff Hardy is coming to the rescue of Edge. And then I looked at everybody. I was like, that just came out of my mouth. Because knowing the history between Jeff Hardy and Edge, I never thought I would say that Jeff Hardy was coming to Edge's rescue. But he did.
Yeah.
That was amazing in itself. And then number 8 came Carlito.
Mhm.
That man is jacked.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, are you sure that's Carlito? That looked like Carlito ate Carlito. Yeah, like the whole thing with Carlito and Shinsuke, that was golden.
That's really
With Shinsuke about to bite the what I thought was going to happen, and I'm disappointed that it didn't happen. I thought Carlito was going to grab the apple out of Shinsuke's head, bite it, and then spit it in Shinsuke's face. That is such a missed opportunity, and I'm so boiled by that. Like, what a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
That really bums me out. But we got to see Carlito. He hasn't missed a step, hitting backstabbers on everybody. Sorry, backbreaker. That's a backstabber. Hitting backstabbers on everybody. It was pretty cool to see Carlito in there. And then I'm having the gear for the New Day. For Brody Lee, that was a touching moment. So that was just pretty amazing. Kane. It was good to see Kane. Kane came out there delivering choke slams, showing him why he's the mayor of Knox County. LOL, JK. Showing him why he's the big red machine, Kane. He added more to the most eliminations of all time for Royal Rumble, which he holds the record for. The chemistry.
I'm sorry, I just want to add this. The only person to be in 18 Royal Rumble matches.
Correction, it's 19 Royal Rumbles. As of last night, it's 19.
No, I said last night was 18.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure that's what they said.
I thought it was 19. I heard 19. We'll have to research and make
I'm looking
sure.
it up right now.
Yeah, I'll continue with my review. Yeah. But the chemistry between him and Damian Priest, that's not a match that I knew that I thought that I wanted until that. Like, Damian Priest, give me Damian Priest versus Kane. I need that match to happen now.
Yeah.
That was Damian. Let me stop right there. Damian Priest showed up in the Royal Rumble last night. I was highly impressed with Damian Priest. He's one of the people from NXT that I hope gets gets treated right on the main roster because he's got so much potential. He debuted on Raw tonight, which is amazing. And then Matt Riddle came in there. Mm-hmm. Matt Riddle, the chemistry between I know ET doesn't like Matt Riddle. He can't stand the guy. But the chemistry between Daniel Bryan and Matt Riddle was pretty damn good. Like, that's a match I didn't know that I wanted until now. Daniel Bryan versus Matt Riddle would be an amazing match to see. And then the Hurricane came out. That was pretty damn cool. Like, how are we not talking about the Hurricane?
I don't know.
Like, I know I popped, ET popped, Mikey popped, everybody there popped for Hurricane. And so here's the funny part. I literally was talking about Hurricane like moments before.
Yeah.
Like it was like probably 10 minutes before he came out, and I said, "Where is Hurricane and his Hurra powers? That's what we need in this Royal Rumble. That would make it so much better." And then I can't remember what number he came out. I think it was 18 or something. I can't remember. But he came out and it said stay in the back. I was like, yes, Hurricane is here. It's like, yes, thank God. I never marked for the Hurricane in my life like I did. Also, and then, oh God. The biggest surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble. 2020, we got the return of Edge. Mind blowing. Like,
Yeah.
I can just imagine if there was a crowd like last year, this year, if there was a crowd like that for this year's Rumble, the pop that Christian would have gotten. Because I know if our whole entire household at Hunter's last night, I'm pretty sure that Hunter's roof and the entire house was shaking from us just going absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
His music hit, and I looked over to Mikey, and Mikey had tears rolling down his face, and I said, Mikey, it's okay. Because Mikey absolutely loves Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
Obviously, Edge is his favorite wrestler of all time.
Sure.
And just Christian came back, and the smirk that Edge gave Christian on his way into the ring says everything. Christian was backstage. Christian was backstage for Edge's return last year.
Yep.
Which and I think he kind of felt left out last year.
Probably, yeah.
That he wanted to share that moment with Edge. So he entered this year's Royal Rumble. I want to know if there's a insider scoop if Edge knew that Christian was entering the Rumble. Because if he didn't, that makes that moment a whole lot more sweeter. That would be amazing to hear that Edge didn't know. But when I saw them hug it out, it reminded me of my friendship with Mikey. Because while all these guys are my closest friends, like E.T., Phillips, Hunter, all of the wrestling crew, y'all are all my close friends, but Mikey is my best friend. He's like my brother.
Yeah.
So when I saw that on the TV, it made me feel like that. Like, it made me feel like when Mikey made his return at Rags to Riches. After that match was over, I hugged Mikey, and it's so hard because I was happy that he was back and he got to get back to doing what he loved. And that whole moment replayed in my head when I saw Edge and Christian hug it out on TV. And it was just amazing. Like, you can't script something like that.
True.
That's pure emotion. Kind of like me right now.
Kind of like you in a minute here.
Yeah. It's going to get worse. Trust me.
Yeah.
Just the bond that they have. They saw Hulk Hogan, and I think it was the Ultimate Warrior back at WrestleMania. They were in the crowd for that. That's their their friendship goes back to high school, probably before that. They've been best friends their entire life.
Yeah.
And to see them share a moment like that on screen is just, it's one of my favorite moments in wrestling.
What's your rating for it?
For that moment,
For the match, not for the moment.
we'll get to that in just a second. I'm not done with the review yet.
Oh Jesus.
Seth Rollins. And then number 29, Seth Rollins. We saw the return of Seth Rollins that we haven't seen since he screwed Team SmackDown over at Survivor Series, which Jay Phil was really mad about still to this day.
Really?
Yeah, he's still mad about that.
But it makes sense. It's
he wanted SmackDown to win so bad.
But it's storyline. It made sense.
Yeah, I know. But Phillips is a SmackDown guy. He was pretty heated. No. Rollins came back, which I was happy to see. I was bummed out that it didn't say "Burn it down." I wanted it so bad, but I knew it was going to be the Messiah, and I was like, okay. But it was really nice to see Rollins out there, and then Braun came out number 30 because we all forgot about Braun. We all wanted it to be Punk. I was a bit pissed at Braun because we wanted Punk. I forgot that Braun entered the match. It was such a letdown. I was like, damn it, we didn't get Punk.
No.
That's the only thing that would have made last night better. Well, for me anyway. I don't know about the rest of the guys. That would put the icing on the cake for my night last night. And then I don't think they caught the entire thing on camera, but Edge and Christian hit a double spear on Braun Strowman.
They only caught the last part of that.
Dude, I wish they would have got that entire thing on camera. That was amazing. Double spear by Edge and Christian. And then there was one point earlier in the match they cut back to Randy Orton in the back in the trainer's office, and
yeah, he kept cutting to him.
Dude, Phillips was so happy. He's like, "That's what you get. Stay back there.
And
Stay back there." And then he didn't. But Rollins eliminated Braun and Edge.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be in there in just a minute. Rollins eliminated Braun and Edge. And I was like, oh, it's like, okay, so that means Rollins and Edge are the final two, and then it dawned on me. Bob said, "Oh, Randy Orton's still in the match." I was like, "Oh no!" I got so worried. I felt sick to my stomach because, and then Edge tossed out Rollins, and then Randy Orton came in from behind, hit Edge with an RKO. And then the impossible happened. The impossible became possible.
Do you want to just watch it, or do you want to explain it?
Go ahead. It'll get more of a reaction out of me if you play it. Amy, if you're still watching, you're about to see me cry really hard.
You guys are done. You don't stand a chance. What? Pounding away on Strowman, the double team. Strowman, though, look at this. Freight train coming. That's two. And Strowman, will he be able to eliminate Edge? Edge trying to hang on. I'm going to teeter up over the top. He's underneath him. He's up underneath him. Can Edge somehow pull Strowman over the top rope to eliminate him here? Oh no, but Strowman with the help of Edge. Now Seth Rollins. Rollins dumps on Strowman and Christian. We're down to two. Rollins and Edge. Done it. Look a minute. Out of nowhere. An RKO by Orton. Orton's back in the match. Orton was never.
There's a lot of boos.
Here is your winner, the Rated R Superstar. An absolute unbelievable and monumental effort. Edge just.
They ruined it by they do the superstar. They ruined it. They fucking ruined it. And I also just ruined it by saying that they ruined it.
No, you didn't.
Meta.
Seeing the impossible become possible.
Oh my god. You're gonna make me cry too. What the fuck?
It was just so satisfying. When he got dumped over the top rope and Orton went over, Mikey's reaction. Mikey fell off the couch, collapsed onto his knees, and started falling really hard. Mikey got back up on the couch and he grabbed me and he hugged me. And he was crying. 11 years to the day, Edge won his second Rumble. 2 Rumbles, exactly 11 years apart. And then that's amazing. But the fact that Edge was told that he was never going to wrestle ever again, and that he came back, beat the odds, he gets to live his dream again. And to beat it all, he beat the odds again. He won the Royal Rumble from number 1. The fairy tale story just keeps on growing. No one will ever have a comeback story like this, ever. There's no way. And now he's going to go to WrestleMania and he's going to get back what he never truly lost. And what I'll end it on this. What also made it more emotional is the fact that Edge did that all for his mom. He dedicated that match to his mom. Because of that promo on Monday, he said if Mom was here, she'd say, just go do it. And by God, he did. Edge proved he's not a part-timer. I don't care what anybody says. Edge is not a part-timer. He would have been wrestling last year if he wouldn't have got injured.
I'm sure he probably would have wrestled for the last 10 years if he didn't get hurt at all.
So it pisses me off when people call Edge a part-timer because he's far from it. He can last. He proved last night that he can go the distance. He still got it. He still got it just as much as he had it 10 years ago. But the fact that I got to share that moment with Mikey is a moment that I'll never forget. And I hope to hell that he doesn't go after Roman, even though it would be a good match. He has to go after Drew. He has to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
It's not called the World Heavyweight Championship.
We know. We've done establish this. But still, it's only right if he goes after that title. But I would rather see Roman versus Edge. But to make sense,
Spear versus Spear, I think would be a pretty good drawing point.
But but WWE Championship is the one that Edge should go for. But ultimately, I'll be happy with it either way it goes.
How about a rating?
15.
Can't break the scale, Logan.
Okay, 10 out of 10.
We have a rating scale for a reason.
10 out of 10. I'm biased. 10 out of 10.
E.T.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Uh, 10 out of 10. No doubt about it. If I could go to 100 out of 100, that's what I would do.
I'm also going to go 10 out of 10 or 100 out of 100. It's the same thing. I have to give the Royal Rumble pay-per-view this year an A+. I think this is probably one of the best, not only pay-per-views, but Royal Rumble pay-per-views in a very long time.
One of the best.
All right. Well, guys, I hate to interrupt, but Jared, I appreciate you doing this review with me. I have to go eat.
Okay.
You got the emotion out of me tonight.
A final rating for the pay-per-view before you go.
A++.
A++. All right. Thank you. Go follow Logan.
See you. See you, Logan.
There you go.
E.T. That was a true response from him, and he loves to portray the emotion, and that's one thing that I'll give him a lot of credit for. It was emotional for all of us. Ain't no doubt about it. That's one of the best stories that WWE has told in a long time. And while I agree with the World Heavyweight Championship statement that Logan had just a second ago, to me, it would make more sense for Edge to go after the Universal Championship of Roman Reigns and taking out the Tribal Chief, the guy that thinks he's the head of the table in WWE. And that's just my view on things.
Of course.
I'll just leave it there.
What is your final rating?
My rating is the same as him, A++. Fantastic. Yeah, man.
All right.
Great show. Start to finish. With the exception of the pre-show.
100%. Except for the pre-show. I'd like to thank the host of the ET Considers Everything podcast. Please go check out his podcast on Spotify. It's great. It's great. Go ahead. Go follow it right now. I thank you, ET, for being on the show, buddy.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. We will do it again another time, my man.
100%. Elimination Chamber next month. We'll be back.
Later.
Yeah. Guys, if you like this, again, please go Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We have audio versions of all of these shows. Please go follow it. I have a new show coming out with Jay Phil here pretty soon. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping in, joining us for a little bit, and watching Logan ball his eyes out. It's not funny. I'm very happy that he was happy about it. I just want to thank everybody. And if anyone wants to be on the show, if you ever to be on one of these podcasts, hit up that email, or if you know me, just talk to me. I just thank everybody, and we'll see you guys next time. All right.